Zion Williamson and Ja Morant. These two were the top two picks in the 2019 NBA draft in that order, and there really was no argument for anything otherwise. Zion was a generational talent, and Ja Morant, well, he was an amazing talent, but not Zion talent. But flash forwarding to this season, the narrative has just about took a 180, as the argument of who should have went first overall and if the Pelicans screwed up or not is real. But are they correct? Well, that's what I'll be discussing in today's video. But before I do that, you already know the drill. Just go ahead and hit that like button, as it'll help out my channel a lot and it helps YouTube's algorithm to put out my videos a lot more frequently. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new and turn on your post notifications to never miss any of my uploads, as we're super close to 10 subscribers. So if you're frequently watching my videos, just sub up and help your boy out. And lastly, leave your takes down below and comment what other videos I would like to see, as I try to respond to every comment. But with that being said, let's just get straight into the video. Alright, but back to the topic, Zion versus Ja. You know, this is a classic case of ability versus availability, because I think for most people, Zion individually is the better player, or at least the player with the higher ceiling when he's healthy. And that's my opinion, and if you think Ja is better, that's totally fine, and I can see that argument. But I'll get back to that in a second. Zion is a 6'7" athletic machine who also weighs 280 and had one of the best scoring seasons of all time last season. To be more specific, he averaged 27 points, 4 assists, and 7 rebounds per game on a crazy 61% field goal percentage and a true shooting of 65%. He had the highest scoring average in the paint with the crazy 19.5 points per game, which was the most in a single season since Shaq, the most dominant player of all time. And he was doing this at 6'7". Not even Giannis was scoring at this rate. Now back to my ability versus availability point. Like I just laid out, Zion is an incredible talent. But what's the point of having that talent if you can't showcase it on the court? And this was really the big question with Zion coming into the league. His health and his ability to stay on the court, and if his body and play style can be sustainable throughout the duration of an NBA season and just throughout his career. And so far, the answer to that question is not looking too good, to put it lightly. If you remember, in his rookie season, he only played 24 games due to rehabbing from a torn meniscus, and even in the bubble, he had some issues with his hamstring. He was actually relatively healthy last season. Let me repeat that one more time. He was relatively healthy last season, as he played 61 games, but once again, he dealt with another injury, this time a fractured finger. So yeah, in about 3 seasons of play, and half of them being spent resting on the bench, Zion has had many lower body injuries and other small injuries here and there, which add up over time. Now contrasting that to Ja Morant, who I've already talked about in my early takeaways for the NBA season. So if you haven't watched that, go check it out. But anyways, Ja is having a monster season right now, and it's looking like a lock for the All-Star game, and maybe an All-NBA appearance. So yeah, both players are great, but what separates them is Ja's ability to stay available and be counted on to play every night. Even if Zion is more talented and is a better player, and the gap is pretty small to begin with, is he worth having when he can't be counted to play night in and night out? Simply no. And add on top of the fact that Zion's weight and conditioning has not looked good at all, even as soon as he entered the league, as his reported weight is over 300 pounds. Now he did have surgery on his foot, which just piles up the injury list at this point, but you could use that as an excuse for why he's that out of shape, but he's been way too out of control when it comes to the maintenance of his weight and body to be given that benefit of the doubt. And at this point, it's looking worse and worse for the Pelicans organization, with them picking Zion over Ja, and with the gap closing quickly, or if he's already surpassed Zion this season. And add on top of that fact that the health factor, the debate of Zion or Ja is pretty clearly Ja at this point, in my opinion. When Ja is clearly almost at the level of talent that Zion is, and add on top of the fact that he can play 70 to 80 games per season, I think you clearly have your winner. And looking at Zion, we need to start having a discussion about if Zion is, I wouldn't call him a bust, but at least not yet. But if he is a disappointment, at least up to this point, as basically half of his career has been spent sitting on the sidelines. So let me know what y'all think in the comments below. But that's going to do it for today's video. If you did enjoy it, please drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and turn on your post notifications to never miss any of my uploads. Leave your takes down below and I'll try to respond. But with that being said, I hope y'all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.